Right, low voltage on one battery. Can I recover it if it's gone too low? So this one I know is at 8.2 volts. This one a lot lower. I took it down to 6.6 this morning. So I'm going to see if this one will drop its power into this one to bring it back up on voltage. So imagine that one had got down to 3 volts and the cell had gone to 2.9 a cell or something. This one should drop its voltage into that one by the discharge board. So let's see. First of all, we'll plug the charged one in and you'll hear the lipo monitor beep its head off. Fingers. Right, so yeah, 8.2. So this one is the charged one. 4 1 on one, 4 1 0 on the other. Good. Right, so now, although the other cell is, they're both 2S cells, the lipo monitor will read them if you drop them into the 3S or 4S, 5S slots. So this is the one I discharged a good chunk. As you can see, the voltages are well down on that. It's recovered to its sort of a storage voltage. Right, so now I'm going to plug this one in. And let's see what happens to the voltages on there. I'll just use the 2S port. So currently the cell that's got the storage voltages showing is at 763. So plugging the charged one in. We should see a change here on the all. So 763 before, now 795. So I'm now expecting this charge battery to put voltage into the one that was discharged down to storage voltages. So we'll see what happens. So that one, the one with the finger on was 4.1 or 4.2 or something per cell. Now let's see what goes. I'll come back later. Right, as you can see, these are both the same make and capacity. Well, it won't really matter if one cell was another make, brand, but of the same 2S, 3S configuration, etc. The charge battery should drop its voltage into the discharge battery. Doing it this way, it's just balancing itself out. Okay, 5 minutes later, I'll just unplug these and we'll check the voltage on the pack that was at storage mode. So that's 781389. May have come up a little, I'm not sure, I'll have to check when I read back. Plug this one in, it won't beep. Plug the storage mode itself. Now then I can see that the voltages on the charge pack have dropped. So that means that whatever was in here has started to balance out onto the battery that's in storage mode. And I can plug it into the 6S port. Instantly these voltages drop. Right, reason for the test is I do have this, which I use for charging 2 or 3 cells, which you can put in the ports, etc. and charge in one charge and charge them all as one if they are the same capacity, make, brand, etc. So I'll swap it over and put it on this. Right, I can't remember what the name of this thing is. Anyway, it'll do the job. So we'll take the charge battery, plug it into any port on the board, and we'll choose that one, and it has to go that way around. Excuse the charge leads, that's just how I leave them. Right, so there's the charged battery. So I'll now plug in the storage mode battery. So 405 should drop. Get my fingers around this. Yeah, it's the right way around. There we go. So unplug that one. So now this is now showing the battery that was left in storage mode. 778, right, so we'll go back to plugging this charged one in. And we'll let them, excuse me, I'll just let them run on that for now. I'll come back in 5-10 minutes. In fact, I'll put them back on this balance board, because this is what I was trying to do without using this fancy gizmo. So this time round I've put one in the 3S port, one in the 5S port, and because these leads here at this end, the first 3 or 4 are the ones that record the voltages from the cells. The other wires are not used because you're not using 5, 6S batteries and 4S. A bit higgledy-piggledy, but we'll just leave those discharged for now. Or try and, balance one into the other. And this is one way you could recover voltages if you've got a lipo that's gone under voltage. Not too far, I guess. But let's see what happens. Come back in 10 minutes. So I've been away for a coffee. Come back, so I'm going to check out the charged one. And we'll see what the voltages are on the storage mode on. So that has now come up, I think it's 7.6 when I started, it's now come up to 7.9. And the cells also recovered, so this charged battery has been dropping the voltage into that one, its energy, and this storage mode battery has recovered. Now we'll just put this in the 4S port and it'll still work the same. Right, I'll come back in a little bit more. And earlier I didn't say what the discharge board was I was using before, this fancy one. It is a Thor 6-port balanced charger board Pro. So the 6 ports up here, they do your balance charging of same cells, same capacity. And this port here does a discharge mode. Again, it's got 1 to 6 cell, 2 to 6 cell, I think. That does a discharge mode, but it's only very soft, so I don't tend to use that. Alright, so it's been well over 10 minutes. I'm going to end the video here. Unplug the one that was in storage mode. Let's see what the voltages are on the battery that was charged. Right, so they were at 4.1 something, I think, 4.2 per cell. So they have dropped. The pack's now down to 7.9. Whereas before it was at 8.2, 8.3. Right. So I'll plug this one, the storage mode battery, into port for the 2S, so when that big ball won't go off. Take out the charged battery. Now hopefully we can see that this one has recovered some of its voltage. It may work then for recovering lipos that have gone under voltage. But watch what you're doing. Can't guarantee it'll work for you, but I've seen it work for me before. So the pack is now at 7.9, 393 and 397 for the 2. Now that last digit, the 0.9397, that's 0.04 volt difference. That's nothing to worry about, folks. Right, that's all for now.